Bustling Philadelphia on I-95, a gorgeous night for basketball. Welcome to the city of brotherly love. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. In this game, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Philadelphia 76ers here in Wells Fargo Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They're moving on up, 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
I think Minnesota, they believe they can be more competitive than they've shown. It's still very early in the season, so the optimism for a successful run is still there.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, the process in Philly has finally started yielding big results. The Sixers have star players and tremendous fans who stood by them through the lean years, and they're ecstatic at what they're seeing on the court. There are a handful of elite teams in the East, Kevin, but the Sixers are confident they belong with the best of them.
They certainly can. Well done, DA. Thank you. Clark, you'd think that team chemistry would just improve as the season goes along, but maybe not if you have personality issues in that locker room.
You know, Kevin, it's one of the most fragile elements in team sports. Chemistry, culture, accepting roles, sacrificing your own individual game for the good of the team. And I think it's always a work in progress.
And as a leader, as I know you were when you played, I'm sure you were dealing with those things all season long.
Yeah, you try to lead by example, but also there's opportunity and times when you have to step up and voice what you see that could be detrimental to your team's success.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got Russell. Towns is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Justice Winslow. And it's Edwards in at the 2. And for the 76ers, Joel Embiid out there with Griffin. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then it's Rain Man. And it's Harden in at the 2.
You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
Now here's Towns. Tries it from 19. Offensive rebound. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's Harris. It's stolen by Edwards. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Clark, last year, Harden was quoted in saying, most players don't really love basketball.
Well, I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP.
He throw good, Edwards. He's perfect from the line this time.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Harden can't hit.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Russell passes to Gobert. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. And on top of their troubles from range, The Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to beat. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
And he makes the first. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league. And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Edwards. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top four. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Towns, no luck.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
There's Avanti. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Rain Man's got 5.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Pass to Winslow. Over Harris. And again, it's Minnesota converting. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Harden outside. Here's Griffin. And the layup's good off the glass.
And shaking off the D like it isn't even there. Griffin's inside game is so advanced.
Russell passes to Winslow. The pass to Towns. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Embiid. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Winslow.
Boy, I like that sweet-looking shooting stroke that Towns has. So polished and efficient. His mid-range J on the money.
Here's Rain Man. 14 points from him the last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Now, here is Russell. Harden missing his last shot. Back to Russell. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 2. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
You know, the confidence Harden has in his three-point shot, especially that step back that he shoots, is just mind-boggling. He loves letting it fly from deep.
Now here's Winslow. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Miami. Towns, no luck.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Took him no time at all on that one. Griffin's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Russell looking around. Here's Towns. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, you see right there, Towns invites contact. Unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
Here's Rain Man. He's got 5. Harris inside the line. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Outside Russell. Here's Towns. Good on the 7-footer. Towns has got 6.
Towns is a handful in deep. I mean, you look at his size, his height, and his length. Combine that with his strength, hard to guard.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams have the most second chance points in the league. In the third spot, the TimberWolves.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Here's Rain Man. And Winslow pulls it down. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
Now, here is Russell. Harden missing his last shot. Russell kicks to Winslow. Hits the three-point bomb. Winslow's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Coach Brown Clark captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And, you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation, and I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
Clark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
He hits the second from the line.
And I'll tell you who I feel for. The Wolves fans. One playoff appearance in the last 15 years.
Yeah, and you know, they've had some exciting talent in Minnesota, guys, but they've done very little winning with that talent. I think the good news, though, when you want to spin it positively, they still have that talent, and a lot of the talent is young. Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
The 76ers trail by 3. Embiid, the pass to Rain Man. Blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Rain Man's got 7.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Now, here is Russell. He's guarded close. Edwards can't hit.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Oh, reversed at home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Now here's Edwards. He has 5. Shoots over Griffin. Edwards, that's good. He's got 7. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth. Harris
against Winslow. Harris inside. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Now Harden, after the miss three from Joel Embiid. Yep, it counts.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Now, here is Russell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Towns. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
You've got to plug up these lanes to the basket, especially when Griffin is slashing with force.
Here is Russell. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the 76ers. Ennis comes in for Harris. Timberwolves also changing it up. Beasley's checked in for Justice Winslow. Culver comes in for Edwards, and it's Teague in for Russell. Now here's Teague. Towns down low. Embiid's there. A stupendous finish in traffic. Towns has got 8 points.
You see the way Towns is able to extend over the defense? Just too long, too big to be guarded effectively, especially when he gets this deep.
Ennis with the ball. Covered by Beasley. Out to the right wing. Here's Embiid. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Beasley outside. Culver dishes to Teague. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, some point guards will feel that contact and just take the trip to the line, but Teague was determined to draw the foul and convert the shot.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Philadelphia. Raul Neto comes in for Rain Man. Free throw good, Teague. And last year a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
And so it's Minnesota with it. 76ers getting the bucket. Beasley right side. Over Ennis. And that one is good by Beasley. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Ennis. No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. The Timberwolves put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 5-point game. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And then Culver with the dunk.
How about the force there from Culver, making sure to finish with power, leaving no doubt with that finish.
Now, here's Tice. No points in the game yet for him. And here's Harden for three. A new 14 for the 76ers. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. He gets it in there.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Just 5 to shoot. Another miss by Philadelphia. That shot, no good. Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Minnesota.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
Tobias Harris is out there with Harden. Then there's Daniel Tice. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Ennis in at the three. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. The 76ers trail by 9. Here's Harden. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And, you know, Harden has that quick first step. Once he sees a lane to the rim, he's going to take it.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Culver kicks to Beasley. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Beasley's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Timberwolves. Philadelphia has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Harris against Teague. Harris's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now, here is Harden. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. Ennis with the ball. Picked up by Teague. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Ennis.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
Culver. It's rebounded by Tice. 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. And he's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Here is Harden after the made shot from Jeff Teague. The shot that time, not on target.
You know, after making 1 3 in the first quarter, he's had none here so far in the second.
And so much for the Sixers is predicated on Joel Embiid's health. Do they need to restrict his minutes in the regular season to keep him ready for that playoff run?
Well, you know, we've had all of this conversation about load management and managing the minutes of your key players, and Embiid, with his injury history, would certainly be a candidate for that. But we also saw what the Raptors did last season with Kawhi Leonard, so maybe the Sixers take a page out of the Raptors book in that regard.
Gobert with the block, and he gets it back. Here's Tucker. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Tucker's got his first bucket in this one. Timberwolves leading by 9. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Teague. Misses off the left iron. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Harris. Second chance shot. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Culver kicks to Beasley. Pass to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Beasley dishes to Teague. Towns is doubled. Here's Culver. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Beasley. Pass to Teague. Goes back up. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Harden the pass to Tucker. With the fadeaway. Tice. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Now, here's Culver. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Culver's got 6.
You know, it went down, guys, but still unusual to go to the leaner there with so much space around it.
And the 76ers call time here. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
The 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Griffin comes in for P.J. Tucker. Jonah Bolden's checked in for Ennis. And Rainman subbed in for Harris. Timberwolves also changing it up. Winslow's checked in for Beasley. Edwards comes in for Culver. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for T. There's Avanti. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And that's now 9 points for Rainman.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
Now Winslow. He's got 5. Harden grabs the miss. He kicks it to Embiid. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
I've been tired of the useless. I've been tired of the using. I ain't even took it loosely. Lord, don't move me. Thinking it's a movie. It gets like that when it just
And let's check out some of the numbers here on Karl Anthony Towns. Great showing for him last season. 7th in rebounding, 9th in blocks, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop. Now here's Gobert. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Miami.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. Couple blocks in that game as well. That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Count that one, and that's 11 points for Rain Man.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Now, here's Napier. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Towns kicks to Winslow. Back to Towns. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11 points. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Edwards. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. 10 points for Mr. Clutch.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Here's Embiid. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Embiid is a very assertive player, a player who fights the defense on these contact finishes and does so with confidence.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rain Man. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Timberwolves with possession here. 3-point lead. Napier passes to Towns. Shoots over Embiid.
Good challenge that time by Embiid, using all that length quite well.
Towns, no luck. To the inside. Embiid kicks to Harden. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Napier passes to Gobert. Here's Winslow. Right wing. Harden against Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. They get it again. And the dunk by Towns.
Good luck trying to keep Cat off the glass. Karl Anthony Towns loves mixing it up down low and getting after those second chances.
And the basket by Harden.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Napier dishes to Gobert. Down low, Edwards. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Now here's Harden. 19 points in the game. Here's the 3. Bolden can't get it to go.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
Here's Rain Man. He's got 11. Pass to Bolden. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Nifty move. That one goes in. And now a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Bolden passes to Rain. Shoots from 14. Embiid kicks to Griffin. Another miss by Philadelphia. Timberwolves leading by 7. And the pass to Winslow. 1:11 left in the first half. Edwards against Harden. From deep. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
Here's Towns. 76ers getting the bucket. A nice shot by Winslow.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Griffin. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 28-point game against Atlanta. To the left side wing. There's Avanti. Gobert with the block. No good that time. And so it's Minnesota going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Jeff, you guys had a great first half. Is the key to the second half to continue to be that aggressive?
Yeah, we got to play defense. They're a really good team. They're going to play hard. They're real physical. We just got to come out and keep guarding.
Jeff, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? Some incredible work in this one by Rudy Gobert. He ended up with 15 points, 3 block shots, and a monster amount of rebounds. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Philadelphia?
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the board. That's a hustle stop.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. They've got Edwards. Rudy Gobert is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Russell. And it's Winslow in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Towns. Shoots over Embiid. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
And let's take a look now at Joel Embiid's numbers. Coming off a terrific season. Last season, 27 points per, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
And that one's good, Griffin.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Russell passes to Edwards. Gobert with it. The dish to Winslow. Back to Gobert. Over Griffin. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Winslow. And that's 17 points for Rudy Gobert. The 76ers trail by 8. Inside, Avante. And he jams it with authority.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Harris.
And last year, a bit of a pivot for Justice Winslow in terms of his game. Found one of the better ways he could contribute to the team is through his developing playmaking skills.
That one is off. And for Winslow, he filled in at the point when Dragic was injured last season.
And Winslow looked really comfortable in that playmaking role. We know he struggled with the shooting, but when he can contribute with his passing, it adds another layer to his game.
And the second free throw, good. The 76ers trail by 7. Harden the pass to Embiid. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, guys, it's not surprising to hear that Joel Embiid gets a lot of inspiration from Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Both came to the game late. Both represent the continent of Africa. And Embiid really kind of modeled his game after Hakeem, and that's a heck of a model.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And when he first came to America, you know, what a great story this is. Embiid's coach in Cameroon sent him a DVD of Hakeem's highlights.
And that was a good start for Embiid, and good work by you, Kevin, to dig up that factoid. Very nicely done. But you're right, Embiid said he watched that tape every day for 3 years, and you can see evidence of him watching that tape and how he plays.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Here's Embiid. after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Harden inside the three-point line, and he hits the jump shot. Harden's got 21.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Here's Rain Man. He's got 15. Kicks it out to Harden. And the three off target. Timberwolves leading by 6. Russell left side. No good on that one. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the 76ers. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Blake Griffin. Beasley's checked in for the Timberwolves. Culver comes in for Edwards. Harris passes to Harden. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 23 points in the game.
Boy, it's amazing to me how easy Harden makes it look. I mean, when he's locked in, he feels like there's nobody that can guard him, and he's right most of the time.
Now here's Beasley. Kicks it to Towns. Culver with it. Pass to Russell. Shot clock at 6. Pulls it up. They get it back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice recognition by Towns there. I mean, catches the defender out of position and then sails the foul call.
And the last 2 years, Karl Anthony Towns getting a rap as a bad defender. Clark, do you think that's fair to say?
You know what, Kevin? I don't think it's as fair as it once was. He's not nearly the defensive liability he used to be. He's better defensively one-on-one, and I think he's improved in his ability to switch and rotate on smaller players.
First one falls for him. Name some traits that make for a great team leader. You've been in that role. What did you like and embrace, and what have you seen from others?
Well, I think it starts with humility, a real sense of who you are and what your role is on the team as a leader, and then a really good example set. I think those qualities are essential. Humility speaks to selflessness, but also being one that holds yourself accountable too.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 23. That one off the back iron and out.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And it's Harden with the ball for the 76ers. They trail by 6. To the wing right side. Wide open look. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, filling out the defense, Tucker gets the look he wants from mid-range.
Now here's Culver, guarded by Harden. Culver kicks to Teague. Top of the key. That one falls. Teague's got his third basket of the night. The 76ers have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Tucker, the pass to Harden. Up top, O'Quinn, defended by Towns. Harris, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Teague finds Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Now here's Teague. Outside, Towns. And that one is good. And now it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead. Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Tucker, the pass to Raymond. O'Quinn dishes to Harden. Towns with the defensive effort.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
From deep, it's hauled in by Harris. The 76ers shooting an outstanding 55% from the field since the half. You know, their execution has been on point. The 76ers with another miss.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Culver passes to Towns. Outside Teague. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Teague's got the lead up to 11 now for Minnesota.
The super fast release of Jeff Teague and incredibly lethal catch-and-shoot player.
Here's Harden. That one's off, still out of sync.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
The 76ers shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Timeout called the 76ers.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, three-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Ennis is checked in. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Second, Joel Embiid. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
Harden the pass to Rainman. Now, here's O'Quinn, defended by Towns. To end the run. That shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school, and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA-level stuff.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Now, here's Culver. 6 points for him. Clock is at 3. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the 76ers. Tucker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ennis kicks to Harden. Here's Rainman. Teague covering. Count the basket. 19 points for Rainman.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Teague. He's got 13. To the paint. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. He's coming off an excellent season. First in shooting percentage, third in blocks, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. The 76ers trail by 10 in the corner. Harden off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Outside Teague. Towns down low, guarded by Harden. Gobert the pass to Towns. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
The 3 from Harden. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Gobert. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
An absolute bully in the lane. Nothing the smaller defender could do there.
The three from Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now here's Teague. D right on him. Beasley outside. Here's Towns. Off the mark from 16 feet out. The 76ers trail by 12. Rain Man passes to Tice. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And it's Harden with the ball for the 76ers. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. T kicks to Culver. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T. And that's now 9 points for Jarrett Culver.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now here's Harden. He's got 23, and the shot goes down. Harden's got 25 points in the game.
Well, that jump shot's a thing of beauty coming from Harden. I think some of it is the fact that his mechanics are good, but left-handed shooters sometimes just look sweeter than right-handed shooters. Amazing how many ways he has to score.
Here's Beasley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, the Sixers have come a long way in a short period of time. I mean, 2 years after finishing as the 4th worst team in the league, guys, they came within a few points of making the Eastern Conference Final.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
And, guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Free throw drops in for Beasley. And the 76ers with some changes. Blake Griffin comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Jonah Bolden subbed in for Ennis. Timberwolves also changing it up. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Gobert. Edwards comes in for Culver. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Jeff T. Beasley hits them both. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the third. Harden outside. Launches a three. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And here's Edwards. 14 points for him. Gets it off. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. 13 points up at the end of the period. Things have been clicking offensively, defensively, you name it. And they are riding this wave of momentum. We come back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Griffin, Harden out there with Rain Man. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Bolden in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Now, here is Harden, the tray, Offensive rebound. Embiid fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Watching Embiid box out is a thing of beauty. It's textbook. I mean, a gigantic player who knows how to get to the glass.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And how about their post play? I mean, they're getting good offensive execution on the low block.
I tell you, Joel Embiid possesses remarkable talent. I mean, this big guy is graceful and strong. He's a real matchup problem for everybody.
Now here's Winslow. Lets it go from deep, and the rejection by Embiid. Here's Avanti. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Minnesota leading by 10. Passes to Edwards. Rebound by the 76ers. Pass to Bolden. Here's Griffin. The 76ers again can't hit it. The Timberwolves shooting in this game 45%. Here's Edwards. Bolden pulls it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And here's Russell. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Outside, Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one.
Quick trigger off the catch and shoot. Towns giving the defense no time to react.
The three from Harden, and there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. Tobias Harris is checked in for Jonah Bolden. Minnesota also with the sub. Gobert's checked in. Minnesota leading by 9. The pass to Edwards. From deep. The long-distance three is buried.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And they double up Russell. Here's Winslow. He kicks it to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Winslow. Towns with it. Now defended by Embiid. Towns, the pass to Edwards. Over Harris. Pulls in another board. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Timeout. Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And you think about the two best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer, and the Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those two guys, well, it could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. The focus of his speech was hustle. He told his players, those guys are going to come at us. We have to match their intensity, and we have to play with a great deal of energy. We're all in here, fellas. Kevin?
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
A three, and another three for Minnesota.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Now, here is Harden. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Edwards against Harden. Edwards passes to Winslow. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The 76ers trail by 17. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Passes it to Griffin. Harden scanning the floor. No good on the three.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Philadelphia with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Fires from deep. No good that time. And Minnesota now the other way. Russell dishes to Gobert. Here's Towns. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Towns has got 12 points in just the second half. 76ers shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Here's Avanti. Griffin trying to get open. Up and in on the layup. And that's now 21 points for Rain Man.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Now here's Edwards. Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And they double up Russell. Here's Edwards. Another shot. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Harris inside the line. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Harden right side. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
And that one's good. Towns.
Man, that's an area that you like to see in Towns, aggressiveness, making a concerted effort to stay in attack mode.
They get the rebound. Embiid. And they pick up two.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got 6 assists now in the game.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference.
Yeah. Now, here is Harden. Just 5 on the clock. The three-pointer, no good.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Now the 76ers on the break. Harris, no good.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Here's Rain Man. Takes the three. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Now here's Towns. Shoots over Embiid. Good D by Embiid.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now, here is Russell. Following the miss by Griffin. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Oh, I love how Towns plays with a chip on his shoulder. He brings it every night with force.
Harden kicks to Embiid. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 14 points for Joel Embiid.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Russell finds Winslow. Edwards against Harden. And they double up Russell. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Edwards, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here is Harden following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Harris, great touch on the 16-footer. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, that's a sweet spot for Harris, guys. I mean, all he needs is a little separation, and he's good to go.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He showed leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Timberwolves leading by 22. Teague the pass to Beasley. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
Clock at 6. Here's Lehman. And Embiid pulls it down. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Griffin finds Harden. Looking to end his cold spell. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 1:37 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Teague. Pulls from the top of the key. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 15 rebounds here tonight.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Minnesota.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Rudy Gobert.
He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. And Harden wide open. He shoots off target from three-point range. Teague left side. Layman kicks to Beasley. Good on the three-point shot.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Embiid drives in, off target at the rim. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Rudy. This is a defense-first team, and you picked it up in the second half. What changes did you make at the half?
I feel like we weren't focused in the first half defensively, and we just have to come back and communicate and just be focused, and that's what we did.
Attention to detail, Rudy. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.